So I came across this really in-depth developer interview and article from DualShockers, and man, this thing was really fantastic. It was a really good read. I'm going to definitely link this thing in the description so you guys can check it out. Basically, the developers talking about the Xbox One X and how it's the highest fidelity version, the frame rate, and they're talking about a lot more stuff as well. But, you know, this is something that a lot of people want to talk about, and I know I do a lot of videos on the Xbox One X, but this one in particular really was just something that impressed me to no end, and I was happy to kind of do this video and talk about it. So if you guys are really interested in a lot of the specifics of what developers are saying and what they're doing with the Xbox One X in terms of getting the games out and the fidelity and the assets and things like that, then this is definitely a video you guys are going to want to check out. What's up, everybody? The Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. So what's interesting about this is they were talking to this guy named Rich Briggs, who provided a detailed overview of the upcoming update to the Xbox One X version of the game. So the developer treats every platform as its own launch, maximizing each specific hardware. This is something important going forward because the Xbox One X obviously is so much more powerful than any other console. We want to hear developers are actually doing this. So they actually said they learned a lot from doing the PC and the PS4 Pro versions. The main difference is that with the Xbox One X version, it's the first time they were able to deliver a true native 4K signal. You guys hear that? The first time they were able to deliver a true native 4K signal. For that reason, it's the highest fidelity version among all. Briggs believes that Rise of the Tomb Raider on the Xbox One X might actually help convince those on the fence about purchasing the console. He played the game over 10 times, and he still plans to play it when the new console releases. The level of detail on Lara and the new worlds enable a deeper layer of immersion. He says on Xbox One X you can go through the game and see things that you couldn't notice on other platforms, thanks to the true 4K signal, in addition to the way the HDR support makes the colors pop and look realistic. Crystal Dynamics always aimed to bring people on an adventure with Lara. With the new console, it turns that adventure into an even more immersive experience, making it worth another playthrough. He mentioned that one scene where Lara goes to Syria at the beginning of the game, you're overlooking a valley and you can see a town being attacked. Before, you just saw the explosions in the distance, but on Xbox One X, you can actually see the debris coming off the buildings. In the domed area of the Prophet's Tomb, you can see all the individual leaves, while in the Remnants Valley, you can watch across the hub area and clearly see all the collectibles and challenges you may want to do afterwards. He says the difference here is that this is the first time we're able to deliver the true native 4K signal, and once again reiterates that that's why it's the highest fidelity version. He's even talking about PC here, which I thought was interesting, so I'm not really sure what's up with that, but still interesting to hear. He says while Briggs achieved 100% completion of the game and knew that those elements were there, seeing them from so far away in such high fidelity is really impressive for him. And he says Microsoft was really supportive through development, and Crystal Dynamics also worked with Nixxes Software, who according to Briggs are masters of getting every ounce of power that they can get out of the hardware. This is not too surprising according to the editor because Nixxes worked on the Xbox 360 version of the game. Microsoft gave developers early access to the dev kits, making sure that there was constant contact with the team on the console. The game already had a great foundation, so porting it to the Xbox One X wasn't a matter of solving this or that problem, but more how to take it to the next level. They wanted to add all the bells and whistles to the game, and Microsoft was there every step of the way, showing them how to get the most out of the hardware. Interestingly, the version that is being currently showcased is still alpha code, so all that stuff that you've seen on Digital Foundry is still alpha code, and developers are continuing to improve it. Crystal Dynamics believes the game will be an incredibly rich, very vibrant and beautiful looking world, and the best looking version of Lara when it releases on November 7th, because what we're seeing today isn't even the final code, and developers are continuing to push and polish it. It took a few months to get the game up and running in 4K on the Xbox One X. Nixxes is very familiar with the engine, and Microsoft has been very supportive. While Briggs couldn't go into specifics on the development time, and he said nothing is ever easy, quote-unquote, in development, the process wasn't difficult either. In a matter of a month, the game was running on the new console, and that was the hardest part. Then it became about keep pushing it forward and things like that. So this is something that is very, very important. He also talked about the various modes in which you can play the game. In enriched visuals mode, there's a volumetric fog added, better anti-aliasing, true reflections, denser foliage, and more. It runs at 30 frames per second in 4K checkerboard, while the native 4K mode offers that true and pure 4K signal. On top of that, the high frame rate mode runs at 60 FPS across 90% of the game, he said. He didn't really think there was any specific challenges in creating the Xbox One version, the Xbox One X version, that is. The team at Crystal Dynamics worked really closely with Nixxes, and he never heard about any issues from any of them. So there were challenges that developers set for themselves, like how to get Laura's cinematic hair on her 3D model at all times through the game. The increased memory allowed them to achieve it. Basically, Laura's hair will look as it does in the cutscenes all the time, so that's something that is really fantastic. Basically brought to you by the extra memory on the Xbox One X. So that is awesome. I will link this in the description so you guys can check it out. Absolutely phenomenal read. It goes into detail about how it's the best version of the game. And that's something we need to hear more from the developers. I absolutely love this. It's a huge, interesting read. Please go check it out and let me know what you guys think. I would love your feedback on this. If this doesn't get you excited for what's coming on the Xbox One X, nothing will. Trust me. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Have a great day. Crapgamer out.